Good evening, morning, and afternoon, everybody. Black Dog. Um, this is Mellow Monday, where we kick back, um, do some base building or an exploration, some a puzzle game, a chill, relaxed, no combat, no stress environment. Just some nice, quiet, pretty pictures, and maybe something that you can learn or adapt to yourself. So, we're here on No Man's Sky for this particular Monday, and as I'm sure you can tell from the title, it's actually Tuesday. The best I can say is real life is difficult and exhausting and has to be attended to. So, we've got a lot of videos. We have our Monday video to make today, as well as our normal Tuesday video. And we will be streaming and doing some Fortnite later on this evening. We're on No Man's Sky because this weekend coming, that's going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday coming, we're going to be here on this particular beautiful planet, and we're going to be holding our community block party event. This is going to be streamed live on Twitch, as well as multiple recordings for the YouTube channel. Let me give you a little bit of quick history. About 2 years ago, Communities was taken from PlayStation, and to many gamers, it was a source of information and how to find other gamers. So we kind of broke off into our own individual little communities through messaging, and I happen to be part of one of the best No Man's Sky communities. It's called Wet Chat. And every year I hold wow, it's a little bit of visual glitch there. Every year I hold a little get-together, a block party, a kind of a community event where we all get together and just have a good time, BS, hang out. This is in Euclid Galaxy. It is in the outer rim of Euclid. Here's the planet. And you can see the glyph coordinates on the bottom of the screen on the lower left. And if you want to attend, you are absolutely welcome to come by. You're welcome to come and check everything out. If you want to put down a base, you're welcome to do so. I ask that you please make sure you're at least 1 hour walk away from anyone else's base to avoid overlap and rendering issues. What we do is we just have a good old fun multiplayer session. So everyone is welcome to attend. You can friend me through PlayStation at BlackDog03. You can see our Twitch broadcast, BlackDog03V. All right, and let me go to my options and network and No Man's Sky friend list. And here is my No Man's Sky friend code so that you can add me on either Xbox or PC. All right? And everyone is welcome to attend. Like I said, it's in Euclid Galaxy. If you don't have all the glyphs, if you can contact me, I can get you taxied here. That means that I can basically join party with you and you'll be able to come here. So now that we know what we're doing, let's get building. And this year's theme is going to be a beach party. So I thought this would be a beautiful spot for it. We have several attractions that are going to be going on. We have fish. We're going to be doing some games and a few other things. And again, this takes place this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But I am woefully behind. So let's get building. And I'll do my best to explain everything as I go. So I've gone into my building mode up on my D-pad and then press square to edit. And I'm going to move my base computer with R2, the right trigger. Once upon a time, you could not move your base computer. Once upon a time, once you placed that base computer, it was either there, or if you wanted to move it, you had to delete the base and then move the computer and reset the base. Quite a bit of bother. Also, we had trouble and had to come up with inventive ways of disguising the base computer if it annoyed us. Luckily, Hello Games has fixed that. We can now move our base computer and we can build around it once it's now set. So let's get our colors. Oh, let's do red and white with a wood tone. I really like how that one looks. Please apologize for any background noise. I have a window open today because it's such a beautiful day outside. All right, so our base computer is set. Oh, and let's put it in its own small little house. I think I want to use the legacy parts here because I can color them in the palette that I want. There is a way, folks, where you can glitch the palette. I haven't done that. I know there are several YouTube vids on it. So I'm going to, I think I'll just leave. Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll put the floor down more as a guide. Cock it around a little bit. There we go. Move it to the center-ish. Plop that down. Small wall. Let's do red and white. One there, one there, one there. And the wooden roof. Oh, that's big, that's right. How did I cover those before? I think we'll just go with the small wood panel. I am woefully out of touch with glitch building in this game, and I will have to watch a few YouTube videos as we go. So please forgive me for being out of touch. All right, there's our base computer. Where is that? There it is. move over to the side and use my building camera. And we want to disguise our base computer, so we're going to put that over it. We're going to go over, we're going to get our cave creeper bush. Make sure it's green, yes. One there. And one there. All right, so now we've got our base computer. It's nicely hidden, tastefully decorated. We can still access it, of course. Let's put something decorative on the top. Decorative. Well, we now have these beautiful new light up signs. So let's go ahead and use one. Go back into build camera. Now I want to center the sign more or less up top here. And as you can see, it's a bit glitchy, and I want it as centered as possible. I'm not too concerned about the orientation. So to do that, I'm going to move my camera where I'm just over my platform. And I'm going to use my right stick, look up. I'm going to come up. When I look down again using my right stick, I'm going to have this beautiful aerial view, and I can slowly use both sticks coming in to get the orientation like I want it. That looks pretty close. Let's give a little jog to the left. A little bit more back to the right. There we are. See how that looks. Oh, I like that. Yep, looks well centered, in line. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, so we got a few things that are so-so. So we can't alter them. But what we can do is pick out some nice flooring. Let's do wood frame glass panel. So I'm going to put one there. And one there. And I'm going to go back. I'm going to take the first one out. All right, that leaves our second one there. And right there at the very, very edge, I'm going to clip in that small one there. Here, I'll show you. You put it down, so you want to change colors. So you go into edit, you highlight, you press color, and boom. Go into edit, press color, and boom, there you are. All right, so we got a nice little deck right here. Looks like it's supporting that light fairly well. Close enough anyway. It's not garbage just hanging in midair. Thank you, Hello Games. All right, so we're set up with our base computer. Part of our joy is right there. Hello, friend. We're going to have some fun with you. So we need our power. All right, so let's go stand at our base computer. Now, the base range is 300. That's our base range. However, bases can be extended, so we're not going to worry too much about that. However, we are just in range for that base power source. It's only a C class, but it will suffice. So let's go to the power source and we will set up a little power station. We got a nice cave right there. Oh, we should put something down there. We'll think of something. If I don't, I'm sure someone in the group will. Let's locate that power source. There's several critters in the area, very unique looking. I'm not going to discover them. One, if they haven't been discovered, then it'll be something for the party guests. And two, they may have already been discovered by Elenis, a great friend and member of the community, who was wonderful enough to donate this planet in order for me to have the party. So thank you, my friend. It is much appreciated. Oh, that son of a... Well, I'll be zipping up to the space station here in a while. All this... Now, actually, you know what? I've got someone that'll want all this. I'll put this in storage. A jokester in the anomaly. Son of a... Well, I mean, it's some money, but I don't really need money. And I don't do much in the way of food manipulation in this game. Damn, but I know someone who does, and I'm sure he'll be pleased to have it. All right. So let's call in our freighter. The 8-ball. Boom. Nice. Love it, love it, love it. Now, let's see if I can make one. Yes, I can. So for right now, I'm just going to make one, and I'm going to stretch a battery bank or a power bank system right back to the base computer. And to that, I'm going to stretch this invisible wire till it turns a certain color. Should be right about here. I'm going to go back into my build mode, pull up another generator, go back in, and connect the wires. Take another wire, and still heading to my base. And we're going to get about here. I'm going to lay that wire. I'm going to get out my terrain manipulator and dig a hole. Then I'm going to go back into build, get a battery, put it right there, wire it up, and I am going to go back to my terrain manipulator and get restore and fill that hole back up because I don't want the hole. Go back into build mode, edit. Let me see my wiring. And there's my wire, right? So in order to mark the spot, I'm going to more or less stand over it. Go into build mode, decoration, and we're just gonna plant a little flag. Now that little flag appears to be just decoration, but that's going to be my plug-in for my electricity, right? From there all the way over here. So anytime I want to put something in, I go from here to wherever. And we can do that all through the base, where we just go through and bury batteries and then have our connections come up from the battery and then place our existing structure there, right? And if we need more power, let's say we start to have brownouts, then over there we can add more generators, more power. We can also add proximity switches so that certain things will only draw power if they're being stood in front of. Okay, so as I said, this year's theme is going to be a beach party. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of stretch out So from the save point right here, I want to put a bridge to the other island. But I want it to be an even bridge, not like cattywampus, because, you know, I didn't allow for the correct mathematical adjustment of leveling. So rather than diddle around, what we're going to do is throw up a wall. And I'm going to grab a floor. I'll put it on the top of the wall, go across the water. All right, so then I'm going to take a half wall, a small wooden wall, go right here to the end, build up two, and I can take this walkway out. And now I am going to, from this end, be perfectly lined up with where I want the walkway to go. So I want to go straight across right there. Not to the tip of this island, but across right there. Let's do this in style. Stone floor, teal and blue, and red, natural and brown. There we are. Go into our build camera. Put that down. Get our stone ramp. Put that there. Then we get our other stone. Oh, I'm gonna have to move across. That's all right. Out here, stone ramp. Use natural and brown, I believe. There we go. We have a nice little bridge. It's a bit plain. Let's make sure all of our grills are turned. It does look a tad improbable hanging there by itself. See what we can do about that real quick. So we're going to get this. Your camera is your best friend when you're building. That'll do. We'll put some nice decoration in there. It will be fine. Okay, back to our bridge. Because it's a bit plain. So let's have, pardon me, you get a drink of this homemade lemonade. Oh, it's good stuff. So let's do stone wall in the natural and brown. Let's do a nice fence rail down the bridge. We've reached the limits of our build camera there. And one down the other side. All right, nicely done. So I want to put an arch under there. Hello Games, in their ultimate wisdom, when they introduced these new building parts and called the original building parts Legacy, what that means is if you started the game and you had these building parts at the start of the game, these were the original wood, concrete, and metal parts. That was it. Then they introduced different wood, concrete, and metal, only it's now timber, stone, and alloy. The thing is, these little yellow tick marks in the upper left-hand corner, those are variants. So if I want to put arches like I'm about to under this bridge, one layer will be one style, and then the next layer would be a different style altogether. And that's not quite the look I'm going for. While it's entirely possible to use that look, that's not what I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the part, press triangle where it says view variants, and that's going to give me the base layer, the mid layer, and the top layer, and I get to select which one I want to use. And honestly, I think for decorative purposes, we'll go with the top layer. We'll put it in natural and brown. Come over here about halfway down the bridge. Maybe I won't have to move this time. Hit my build camera. I'm going to come to this end right here. I'm going to drop an arch and one underneath. Now, arch and one underneath. Uh-oh. We are out of silicate powder. Okay, so if you're aware of No Man's Sky, the game, silicate powder is basically digging the ground. I could dig the ground here, but I don't particularly want to, so we're about to go visit another base, and we're going to harvest resources. And this is going to be a nice little trip, little side trip, and you'll get to see some of my bases. Let's land aboard our freighter, the 8-Ball. There's my girl, CBS 8-Ball. It's an Oculus freighter. See, he did it to me twice. First it was this Regis grease, then it was platinum, and now it's this again. All right. But yes, a black Oculus freighter, and it's the 8-Ball. That's its name. Switch views here. Wow, that's a pretty Explorer. What are you? C-Class 123.0. You're good. I've got my long-range Explorer, the Galactic, or Galaxy, sorry. And its hyperdrive is 3348. We're not going to talk about how, but it's there. But it's not a skinned PC ship, it's a console ship. It's simply slightly exploited. Alright, welcome aboard the bridge of the 8-Ball. Let that rendering come in a bit. There's the freighter ship's logo, and all but one of the expeditions that I have done are up there. I have not done a couple of them. I just didn't want the rewards. Okay, so let's go to our teleporter. Hello, boys. Nice to see you. Teleporter is located just off of the mess room. And oh, where shall we go? Since we're simply digging up ground, it really doesn't matter. Well, let's just go to our construction base. Lowenberger Construction Company. If the warp screen looks familiar, it's from half a dozen different sci-fi shows, games, etc. And welcome to Lowenberger Construction. Get out here a little farther and up we go. And back a bit so you can get the scope. I built on a planetary archive, and I'm still in the process of building on this thing. It's hugely massive. It's gorgeous. I wish I had 10 of them, and I could if I wanted. But we'll just stick with this one as it's one of our favorite places. Now, somewhere around here, it's my crops. Still have to finish planting them. Through here. There it is, our silica powder mine. I got this idea from Grumpy Mutant Ninja Granny. She has done the same thing to one of her bases. I think it's a wonderful idea. So let's get out the old terrain manipulator and get to mining. I'm in essence strip mining the inside of this mountain. Now I could probably take out bigger chunks by adjusting the ball of my terrain manipulator by right bumper or left bumper, R1 or R1 or L1. The smaller the ball, the more the yield. The bigger the ball, the less the yield. But the higher the amount removed. What I want is yield. I want as much of the silica powder as I can get for this little build. Weapon charge depleted. Let's refill that. Since we're trying to hold the silicate powder, we'll recharge with ferrite dust. Normally I'd recharge my terrain manipulator with the silica powder. It just seems kind of silly because normally you're not digging for silicate powder. Normally you're doing copper or some phosphorus or something along those, activated indium, something along those lines. So, all right, and go back towards the entrance where we want to do this from. It's getting about time to start digging down to the bedrock. We're just going to dig this nice, wide, sloping, step-like cavern as we go down to the bedrock. Now watch your head in these low underground mines, man, I'll tell you. All right, there we go. Let's see where we are on silicate powder now. Still a long way from max, but that's okay. That's enough to keep us going for a bit. Okay, so here's our little water treatment plant. Some Cargo going out, it looks like. Another nice Explorer. C-Class 117 hyperdrive. Nice fighter. B-Class 142 core damage. A-Class 299 core damage. Alright, back to where we were headed. I do have multiplayer turned off currently. If you would like to join me in either this or any other game, go ahead and contact me so that we can add each other, join up, and play together. Smoky treat time. And we're back on the planet, and we are putting in arches. So we're going with the top stone arch, Nat and Brown. What I'm looking to do is a kind of Roman look causeway. So I'm just going to layer these arches. Oh, oops, something's out of proportion. Let me get back here to the middle of the bridge. Go back into build camera, edit. Okay. Edit, build camera, down. Just going to delete because something looks out of whack and I can't tell right here just where. We're going to delete that and start over. I don't think it is out of whack, but it could be. And I am very OCD about these builds. Actually, about any base build, I am very OCD on them. Right, there we go. One up, one under, one up, one under. I think I just lost my rhythm on it, that's all. Still no need to go too good. It's becoming daylight. We go down a little bit so I can see a little more. Ah. I know. We'll do this. was out of snap mode. I was in free plays for some reason. Now we'll start that third layer. Now a fourth. I'll do that, a fifth. As you can see, I'm just going to keep adding layers on the way down so that it appears that it's completely sunken. Not a fresh build, something that's been there a minute. Oh, we are out of silica powder again, and we are starting to run through our build time for our video. We're going to come back later on, in fact, pretty soon, when the base is finished. Take a look at these underwater columns. Nice, almost. I have to put an observation room down here. All right. Well, I want to thank everyone for viewing. Thank you for the last week for all the support, especially for the Fortnite community. It's been overwhelming and beautiful. Thank you and welcome to my new subscribers. Everyone have a beautiful, beautiful Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day it happens to be. Thank you again. Bye-bye.